Welcome back to the mix, you guys. So our next guest is a West Coast hip hop staple who's been dropping bars and has been in the game for over 10 years. He's here tonight to talk about his newest EP, Smoke Break, which came out today. That's right. We got him on release day, you guys. Everyone, so please help me welcome Problem to the mix.
What's happening?
How you doing?
We got a problem in the mix, you guys. It's a problem.
I knew. I was gonna see which one I was gonna
First off, I want to just say I'm a huge fan of your music, and as I said earlier, you have been in the industry for over 10 years now, which is crazy. So, what's your secret to longevity in the game, and what do you want your legacy to be?
The secret is just giving, being a giver. Understanding that it's just not all about you. It takes a team to really to establish longevity in this thing. You know what I mean? Always paying respect and homage to the one before me. Like Romeo's father's song actually changed my life for me being able to flip it with like what sampling how you do that there. So it's like you gotta understand. You gotta always pay homage to what's going on, and then understand like you're not gonna reinvent the wheel. And you're not gonna be able to compete with what's coming. Once you establish what your thing is, I'm off. Okay, yeah. Once you establish what your thing is, understand that, know who you're selling to, who you're talking to, and just build within that.
Yeah, man. Before we hop into the next question, Tom, I definitely gotta praise you for even remixing my pop's song, because you reintroduced my pops to a generation who didn't know about him and his music and everything he did. So I always wanted to tell you that, man, for flipping that.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. He made it real black business. You know, we're independent. So to be able to get that done was a big deal for me. I'm super honored, you know.
Man, you like family, though. Y'all don't know. You know, Problem got one of my best friends from my childhood, Demar DeRozan, NBA All-Star, put out a rap song. You know, me and D got about 15, 20 songs. I don't know how you got him to release his with you.
No, man, I'm going to keep it clean. I was so fucking shocked. We did like our little hiatus. I knew he was getting ready to start a season. I'm getting ready to start just unleashing products and new music. So we just took a trip like to Colorado, just kind of get away. I brought the equipment, and he just was like, man, let's do something. I'm like, all right, so let's fuck around. We got to work it. He was like, man, let's put that out. He was just feeling it.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's how he been since we was 14, 13. We got songs from a youngin'. So we may need to re-release some of them DeMar DeRozan songs.
He called. We did he got like 6 more. He's looking to do something dope with him, man. I can't give too much away, but you probably gonna hear him.
Man, that's an exclusive on the mix, y'all.
All right.
I love it. Well, Problem, I really want to know what's one thing that you're more conscious about now than when you first started off in the industry?
Just having the mic is a real big thing. Having the light, so when you say something, people listen. I had an incident. You know, a lot of my music I was doing, my daughters that were younger. You know what I'm saying? But then one of my daughters, she had like her first day of high school, and I'll never forget this. She called me and then she was like, Dad, they're talking about your thing in my class. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So then this record I had called D2B that went up for me, that paid a lot of the bills for her to go to that school, came back to bite me in the ass, where that took away from her first day. And I felt so bad about it. It was like, okay, my baby's getting older. I gotta really change what my image is. I can't be the Molly man. I can't be running around here tearing everything up and just being this loose cannon. I have to really understand if I'm gonna stay an artist or stay in these people's face, I have to do something that my daughters can be proud of, my kids can be proud of. So that's really what shifted my whole rebrand, everything, my baby.
Love that.
Growth is real. You got to be able to adapt in this business. That's what people don't realize.
Yeah.
But also, man, today is a big day for you because you just dropped a brand new EP called Smoke Break. Talk to us about the project and what it means to you and your brand.
Well, the coffee and Kush, just the whole ecosystem that we built with products, cannabis products, mugs that you can smoke out of, just the world of it. This is just another soundtrack that you can use while you utilize the product. It's a smoke break. It's smoother. We did the coffee break EP, and it's all a setup for my finale project, which will be called the finale. Probably gonna be my last solo project for a really, really long time. So just kind of just warming up the temperature, and then using them as high level commercials for. You'll see a lot of my products in the video.
Wait, hold on, man. You just said you warming up to your last project?
Yeah, solo. It's gonna be my last solo for a while. I have to really like step away and just tend to a lot of the things that I'm getting ready to start doing. Like I started this cannabis conglomerate where it's just like it just takes a lot of time, and I don't want to not be able to give my full effort to my music. I'm not gonna do it. So group projects for sure. I got a lot of those lined up. But as far as just a problem solo record, this one after this was probably gonna be the last one for a second.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't talk about this EP without talking about one track in particular called Dim My Light featuring Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a super honest song. Can you tell us about the thought behind it and how you got Snoop on it?
Well, it was like trying to take like some gangster shit, but really saying something over it. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's the real gangster shit. A lot of people don't understand like how to tell somebody no. Like they don't know how to grip. Us in the streets and people that came from where we come from, we're really not taught that. It's like, no, you can't fuck with me because your life ain't together, but you still gotta be my friend. I shouldn't have to let you in here. You gotta go get yourself together to rock with me. And no, and Snoop Dogg is the walking embodiment of that. I mean, wrong no Snoop. If you've seen Snoop, he don't really play about his business. And if you're not on your positive and not on your hustle, you can't come in the room. Yeah. So I figure like this is a good song to kind of just start spreading that message to the former fuck ups, man. You got to get your mind right if you really trying to get around you. That's really moving and shaking.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, listen. One thing about Uncle Snoop is he is always working, but he still seems to make himself accessible to a lot of artists and even us. Make sure everyone watching, you go back and watch our interview with him last season in case you missed it. But tell us about your relationship with him and the most memorable lessons you learned from him.
Oh man, Dog gave me my first check ever in music, ever, like the first one I ever seen. So for us to be in business together, as far as with the coffee and Kush stuff we're developing, is just, I still can't believe it. You know what I mean? One lesson I got from him early on, though, I remember I was doing a lot of just writing and producing early, and he threw me in. I mean, I was actually in Atlanta. The whole Dog Pound was there. It was like Outkast in the other room. He's like, "Prob, get in there, bust something." I'm like, "Oh shit, all right." So I guess he can hear that I just wasn't my regular self, my regular confidence. He came in for me and said, "Hey, man, you better take your shirt off or light an incense or something, man. If you wasn't supposed to be here, you wouldn't be here. Now, come on." Yeah. Shit, I said, shit. All right, come on. And from that day forward, every time I walk in the room, I understand I wouldn't have got the invitation if I wasn't supposed to be in it. So I act accordingly.
Hey, come on.
Dropping gems in the mix. Dropping gems. Take notes.
Yeah. That's when you got to know your light. You got to know
on the mix.
I love it. Okay, so I want to know, so this project is an EP, but is this leading up to a full album, which is going to be, like you just told us, your last album?
Yeah, Coffee and Kush, the finale. So it'll be like just the end sonically of what it is, but it'll actually be the beginning of just this world that I'm creating. We're going to be opening up Coffee and Kush dispensaries where you can actually sip coffee and enjoy your smoke and read and do different things. I'm really trying to change the lifestyle and just really make cannabis sexy again. I feel like you hear cannabis, you hear coffee. I mean, you hear weed and Kush, and you're like, oh, these are slackers, these are lazy. Nah, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning. Me and my wife are walking to Starbucks. I'm talking to so many different people constantly that are just different age groups, different demographics. And I feel like if you took a $1 billion industry, which is cannabis and coffee, another $1 billion, and put them together, it's a new chicken and waffles. Shit, I see something.
This man got that Master B mentality. I'm just saying. His last album is called Coffee and Kush, which look at his shirt and look at the companies he's open. I'm just saying, man, you got we got the LA Break, we got the Manana. This is real black business, baby.
Here it goes.
This is real black business. This is how you promote. This is how you take it to the next level. You use one platform to build another. And that's the key.
Man, we don't get these kind of opportunities to be in front of all these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially now, you guys with this platform that's really talking to a demographic that I need to understand what I have coming next, man. This is a blessing. So you always got to take full advantage of that.
Very true. Very true.
Well, on that note, guys, we have to take another quick break, but stay close because Problem will be keeping the conversation going with us right here on The Mix.
Welcome back to The Mix. We're here with the West Coast's very own Problem, celebrating the release of his new EP, Smoke Break. So let's get right back into it. Not only do you have the EP, but we're also talking about your Coffee and Kush brand, and we just talked about that hoodie. We'll get into that.
$89.95.
We can't have this $90 issue come up again.
Right.
So please tell the people about the brand and what products you already got out in these streets.
Well, the Coffee and Kush strains just hit. We got a mocha flavor. We have a fucking cappuccino flavor. And we have a black. Excuse the cursing. I'm sorry. We just launched a couple of weeks ago. We also have the Coffee and Kush mug where you can consume your coffee and smoke the pipe out of it. The first one that just dropped is a limited edition drop with Snoop, so that's why he's in the song. When the video drops, you will see it's gonna be crazy. It's like it's really a cross-branding situation. Along with Coffee and Kush, we have a pre-roll company called Benny's. Really affordable pre-rolls for people that are just getting started and just on the go. Not really a super high, just something that you can just kind of get through. And I did an international deal with a company named Burb out of Vancouver, where I handle all of their California distribution. I know recently Kevin Lyles just came aboard, so we're looking to cross the state lines real soon. So it's a lot of things in the works, a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you're basically just a business mogul, is what I'm hearing.
Nah, I would say aspiring. I'm at the beginning stages. I really was locked in the studio for like the last 18 years of my life, honestly. And I just poked my head out 3 years ago recently, and I just knew that this would take some time to build. So you're just kind of catching me at like right when I'm coming outside with a lot of these things.
Look, y'all, this man is real humble. He already there. Like Snoop told you, you got to already be there mentally. A lot of people not even there mentally yet. So the fact that you already there mentally, that's you light years ahead of a lot of people, for real.
Now, what made you get into the cannabis business to start?
The funny thing is that I didn't ever want to do this. I thought, like, just to be honest, the rapper strain thing is corny. I really come from a real different background. Like, my mom has been growing cannabis around my house since I was a child, like a real flower child. Like, as far as I don't really do medicines, I don't do a lot of things. So to be real, it was like kind of like, my mom do that, so I didn't want to do it. It's just for a long time. But then I remember she just noticed that a lot of my friends, as we got older, started drinking and different stuff. She was just like, listen, you're going to do anything. Do this weed to keep you together. Da-da-da. So weed and water pretty much handles any and everything that goes on with me. To actually say, well, I'm going to make a business out of it. I was doing the Coffee and Kush albums, and I was just really like talking about how on point and how focused I was. You know what I'm saying? Getting up that early, making sure I had my cup of coffee, making sure I got that time to miss it, making sure I get my work done from 8 to 12. I'm like, I got to talk about this lifestyle. It's like, well, what accessories do I need? Okay, I need my coffee, I need my weed, I need my mugs, I need my matches. It's like, well, let's monetize what I'm talking about. I'm not going to let these labels and anybody else pimp my idea better than me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, create the companies and just don't start with them. Lead with the music, because music drives the car.
Exactly.
Ooh, I love how you said music drives the car.
Yeah.
It may not make the most money out of everything going, but it's the gas. You get what I'm saying? You don't know me without the music. I can't give you a soundtrack to these products. Like, music sells everything.
Exactly. That's crazy. That's facts, y'all. But look, we saw that you retweeted Ice-T's photo of Law and Order and said, "Where can I audition? This rap stuff is dead." Now, what did you mean by that? And do you think you'll eventually want to transition into acting?
Okay. Ice-T is a friend.
Look, I know what you mean, but I gotta ask you for the people.
You already know.
Yeah.
It's just, but I think he's my friend. I'm literally talking to him like I'm on a text, and it's just like somebody else asked me about that. Honestly, I'm more into like directing, producing, and scoring shows. than actually being in the front. I want to develop like new talent, new stars, new people that you just haven't seen before. Put them in the front and just really do my thing. And in the real life, I'm really like an engineer, studio nerd guy on the law. You know what I'm saying? I love the editing room. I love the way the cameras swerve. Like that's what my passion is, like bringing other people to life. So if I get on the show, it's just, if I'm playing prop for sure. Just to come fuck with him, but I can't. I don't want to just dig in and become Marvin, the police guy. I don't know if you know what I mean.
All right, yeah. I have my agent on speed dial. We was about to hook that up for you. You know, get into acting.
You know, man. Let me tell you something, man. I gotta always entertain opportunities. I gotta at least hear. I can't just turn it down if I walk in.
But no, even like you said earlier, you said music is the vehicle, right? So even with that, people don't realize music not always going to bring in the big dollars. So even in those transitions, whether it's business, owning your own business, creating a business, or getting into acting or something else, you got to use that vehicle to get there.
Got to. Like I said, I'm gonna be performing like what till I'm 85, like the Temptation.
Man,
I'm never gonna run from it.
Real.
I just understand like for this taking care of the family members I won't ever get to see type situation. I gotta really plant my flag right now.
But look, I really see you in composing movies, man. You got an amazing ear. So I think composing movies may be in your future for real.
I'm definitely into that. I'm definitely entertaining some different offers. I've gotten some of those things passed by. I'm just waiting for the right one. It's like, okay, this right here is something I can just dive into.
Ice-T, Law and Order, hit him up. He ready to
Well, Duke Deuce, the Super Bowl is in LA this year, and it's going to be huge, especially since this year's halftime show will feature legends like Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and Snoop D-O-double-G.
Come on.
So these 5 artists have a combined 43 Grammys and 22 #1 Billboard albums and more hit singles than they have time to perform. So I got to ask you, first of all, how excited are you that they are going to be performing at the halftime show and the Super Bowl is coming to LA? And the most important question, will you be in attendance?
Definitely I'm going to be in attendance. I had the privilege of hearing about the rumblings of this months ago, but I didn't know how true it was. This is going to be a great look just for Los Angeles as a whole. When you put that type of legacy on screens, like just the coast will get a big magnifying glass. So I hope all the other artists are ready to drop music and drop products, man. Dr. Dre, I heard somebody talking about verses with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre would have to literally go against himself. It would have to be like Death Row Dre versus Aftermath Dre versus NWA Dre. Yeah. So the legacy thing with him is just too much, and he's about to really flex. And I hear some surprises coming. So it's gonna be crazy.
Ooh, that Super Bowl about to be crazy.
It's about to be crazy. Let me tell you something. It's gonna be crazy.
He got the inside scoop, so he knows this is about to be.
Shout out to the homies, man. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while we sit here so excited about the Super Bowl and excited to hear more about Smoke Break and Kush, Coffee and Kush, we do have to take a break, but we would love to thank you, Problem, for getting into the mix with us tonight. We had a great time. And everyone at home, be sure you go and get his new EP, Smoke Break, which released today. And stay tuned for the album release. I'm excited for it. I'm sure everyone's excited for it. Also, like Romeo said, I'm not spending $90, so if we could talk about maybe sending some Coffee and Kush gear, greatly appreciate.
No, listen, if you guys can send me the mix merch, and I'll send y'all some more.
Hey,
I like that. Trade for trade.
Like, swap it out.
Thanks, love that. Keep it locked right here on the mix on FOXSOUL.